La, 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 la.
Joe!
Hiya! You come for those gold piercings I told you about? Hey, Posh was wearing something just like it in here. Do you want to have a look?
Take them off, now.
But I only put them on yesterday.
And that is quite long enough. I can't dress myself, I can't eat. My husband flinches if I so much as wave my hand in his direction. And if you don't take them off now, I will hold you wholly responsible for the disintegration of my marriage.
You better take a seat then, hadn't you?
Careful, that hurts.
I'm going as carefully as I can.
It should come with an health warning, these damn things.
Thank God I don't wear contact lenses is all I can say. The way these things slice through hosiery.
Actually, the more I look at them, the more I think they're ever so slightly common.
Hang on, that's quality artwork on these nails. You pay an arm and a leg for that in London.
Nice French manicures, my limit in future.
Hiya.
Hiya! Don't tell me. You've come for the gold extensions and the heart-shaped piercings.
Look, they drive me mad. I want them off.
Better join the queue.
Room for a small one?
Don't tell me you want me to whip them off and all.
Well, don't get me wrong, but they're very striking and everything, but not very practical for a girl who works with her hands.
They're a bit retro, I suppose. More of a thing for an older woman, eh? Older than me, I mean.
Take a seat. I'll be with you in a minute.
Don't charge extra for removal, do you?
If only. There you go, all done.
Fantastic. Freedom for my fingers.
Next. Come on, girl. Haven't got all day.
I've changed my mind.
You'll regret it.
No, I won't. And can you do me the heart-shaped extensions next time? Been keeping busy?
Busy earning nothing. Busy undoing all the hours of hard work I put in. Trying to fix these on.
Ow! Careful.
So sorry.
That's a full English breakfast. Makes come on. I'm so sorry. I do apologise. Let me get you another one.
No, sorry.
Your dad's looking proper peaky.
Should you be working with food? You're health hazard, you are.
Do you think you could shout a little louder?
You should get someone in to help.
Now, why didn't I think of that? Who would you suggest? Someone who owes me 3 weeks' rent, perhaps?
Oh, you mean like...
I've drawn a complete blank.
Why doesn't that surprise me?
Anyway, I can't think on an empty stomach. Come on, Shell. We go somewhere less infectious.
You still feeling ropey?
Yes. Funnily enough, yes.
I tell you what, Shelley and I do our own lunch. That'll take the weight off.
Oh, how generous of you. I thought you might help me. It's not as if you've got anything else to do.
I think you've got a flipping nerve asking paying guests to muck in.
Paying?
Not you, Fostel. Come on, girl, we'll get you lunch.
Yep, fine, you win. If you will help me,
Yes?
I will consider reducing the amount of money that you owe me.
Well, consider reducing it by, £50 a day, and we're in business.
Have you got no shame?
I think that's a very reasonable rate for us to run this place. I mean, look what it's done to you.
Fine. But there are people who would think it unseemly to take advantage of your ailing father.
I can't think why. Come on, girl.
Oh, I never thought about the early start when I agreed to look after this place.
Yeah, on reflection, that celebratory bottle of brandy was not a good idea.
I feel awful. Maybe I've got what your dad's got.
You got hangover. Listen, we'll be fine by lunchtime. I mean, how hard can it be? We do a few bookings, we do a few checkouts, and we smile at the guests.
What about breakfast?
Well, I'm on reception.
Oh, no. Don't make me face that kitchen.
Now, come along, Shelley. You can manage.
Oh.
Chop, chop. Sadly, sausages don't cook themselves. OK. Now, let's see if I've got this straight. You want fresh towels, you want directions into Houghton, and you were complaining. I can't for the life of me remember what it was about.
You, actually.
I see. What's your problem?
The noise that you and your friend made last night was totally unacceptable. Drunken shouting, cackling like witches, and the singing.
I see. Out of tune, were we? Well, we're taking requests later, if that's any help.
I want to speak to the manager.
You already are.
Oh, good grief.
Now, hang on a minute. I am doing the very best I can, but I am on my own.
Well, so is the lady serving breakfast, but she seemed to manage admirably.
Really? Excuse me a moment. Comfortable, are we?
Yes, thank you. That's really good coffee.
I thought you were meant to be serving breakfast. What do you think this is? Motorway services?
It's continental, innit?
It's slacking off, in my opinion.
I've had no complaints. Everything is running smoothly. Oh, like clockwork.
In that case, you can come through and help me in there.
I don't think so. You were quite specific about my duties.
Do I have to spend my entire holiday waiting for you to deign to speak with me?
She was just on her way, weren't you? Chop, chop.
I was just wondering what the going rate is for cleaners these days. No, I don't want a job. No, I'm hiring, not for hire. It's just I've got a situation. How much? God, at least Dick Turpin wore a mask. Look, love, I thought you might do me a deal, you know, seeing as... Well, if that's your attitude...
Busy morning?
What are you doing out of bed? Are you feeling better?
No, not really. Now, have you done everything?
Yeah, of course.
Bedrooms, bathrooms, ordered the plants, ordered the newspapers?
Yeah.
Cleaned the kitchen?
Yeah, I've done all that. I tell you what, it's bedlam here at breakfast. Right old bum fight. Of course, Shelley's about as much use as a comb on a bald head.
You have overcome these overwhelming odds, have you?
Of course. I had a brainwave.
Oh, dear. Why do I feel a relapse coming on?
Continental breakfast buffet.
Beg your pardon?
Well, all the posh hotels do it now. You know, you brew up a bit of coffee and you let them help themselves. What do you think?
It's your idea.
Yeah, came up with it all on my own. I tell you, Dad, I've got some great ideas for this place.
There. That's the last of the bedrooms done. Go for a drink now, please.
I think you deserve one.
I think I deserve more than one.
I tell you what, Dad, you should be ill more often. Makes you ever such a good listener.
Incapacity does that for you.
Come on, girl. Well, they should be finished by now. You do the washing up, then we're done.
We will be if your dad finds out.
What's to find out? We provided them with breakfast, haven't we?
Can you do the washing up today? I don't feel that great.
I told you not to have that last bottle. Come on. Good whiff of the old pint fresh washing up liquid will put you straight.
Come. Coming up. Don't push me out.
Look at this mess. God, you're going to have to get cracking, girl.
I'm not doing this all on my own. You're going to have to help.
Stephanie, that you? I'm feeling much better today. I wonder if you might do me some breakfast in bed.
Oh, it's all we need. Be right up, Dad.
Oh, Steph.
There you go. Slap him an egg on that. Pot of tea, take it up to him. I'll sort the cleaners out.
I thought I'd find you hiding away.
Just taking a break after the breakfast rush.
Odd that, considering the guests had to make their own. And can you explain why I found Laurel here clearing up the mess?
It's my job.
I don't employ you to do Stephanie and Shelley's work for them.
It was an emergency. Wasn't it, Shell?
Spare me the flannel. I thought I could rely on you.
Sorry.
And you can save the little girl lost act for the residents. That woman in room 3 was absolutely furious.
That snotty cow with a dodgy mullet.
I shall have to pay them a refund. Or rather, more to the point, you will. I'm going to add the cost of this to your bill.
Little, you look $1 million.
Lovely.
And don't worry, we'll call it quits, you know, with the breakfast misunderstanding.
Well, at least let me buy you a drink.
Oh, we'll have the same again, please.
Thanks very much. I told you it'd work.
How come this refund hasn't been paid?
She didn't want it after the free makeover that Shell and I gave her.
I see. I suppose you think you got away with it again, do you?
On the contrary, Dad. We uncovered a niche market. What other B&B round here gives you hair and beauty treatments?
So that's all, Dave. Yes, last month's profit margin was up 43%, but there's always room for improvement, Danny.
Is that Steph's smell? I'm sure she's got her.
Are you planning on tuning in at all today? What's your problem?
Oh, no, I just thought you might be interested, that's all. Well, she's just done it again.
Maybe you'd like me to increase your workload.
What?
Yeah, I thought that might focus your attention. I'm planning on expanding the shop.
Expanding? Oh, God, I might as well pitch a tent outside barn if you're going to do that.
Now, that's much more like the enthusiasm I'm after. And you could always sleep in it as well if you're that keen.
Dad? You look like death warmed up.
You okay, Alan?
I thought I was, but I think the breakfast shift's taken it out of me.
Oh.
So go to bed.
Yeah.
We know the ropes by now.
Oh, I don't think so.
Oh, admit it. We had this place running like clockwork last week.
Letting the guests run amok in the kitchen.
I think we should leave it.
No, hold on a minute, Shell. There weren't that many complaints.
Fine. Do you know my feelings on the subject?
See? He knows I'm right.
Steph, are you sure you're okay, Alan?
Well, if he isn't, he's only got himself to blame.
Have I mentioned that my monthly credit card bill came in? And you're well overdue with your board? Oh, I think I'll go to bed then.
Nice one, God Almighty.
Come in.
Otten.
All right. Window shopping, no doubt?
I'm busking, actually. I played the harmonica while Shelley here done a jig. Yeah, Talent Scout came along. Gave me 50 grand and a record deal. Cheque should be cleared by the end of the week. See that? I made him smile.
No, we went to the printers to order some flyers.
Steph's B&B hair and beauty parlour.
Oh, she's kidding, the B&B bit.
What am I going to do with you two?
Well, we wouldn't say no to a nice cup of tea and a fig roll.
Ha.
Yeah, hello. Yes, speaking. Oh, hello, Carol. Yeah, how are you?
Ah, the face of a burdened man if ever I saw one. I take it you haven't yet made up your mind about the B&B. Have you at least told her?
Horoscope says bolt from the blue. Turn the page over. B&B's for sale. What's going on?
Nothing, apart from what it says in the advert.
How come I have to find out like this? You weren't going to tell me, were you?
No.
I suppose he knows, does he? How many other people have you blabbed to before me?
Just leave it, Steph.
But what are we going to do, Dad? It's not like you can afford it.
Who says I can't afford it?
Oh. So what's holding you back, then? Oh, come on. How would you feel if your immediate future was out of your hands?
Look, just get off your backside and go and do something. When I've made a decision, I'll let you know.
Oh, don't bother. Drinking alone again, Rodders? Champagne. Oh, what a waste. We've come to a decision.
Have you?
Look, first, I do want to apologise for snapping at you earlier on. I'd just let the stress get the better of me.
We've decided to go back to London.
Are you?
It's sudden, isn't it?
Well, I only put up with this place for me family, and no point in hanging about now, is there? Not if your own dad don't even trust you.
It's not like that. I just needed time.
Yes, well, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? We'll be crashing out at Shelley's old gaff.
I don't want to go back to London yet.
There we are, Alan. I'll let you do the honours.
What's going on?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. You don't need to go anywhere. I'm buying the B&B.
Oh!
I'm sure you'd like some. I'll get another glass. Right, well, there we go. So, how long before you head for the big smoke then, Steph?
Well, no need to be quite so hasty anymore. I mean, if Shell's so keen to stay, that is.
Well, I'll drink to that, because I, for one, am delighted that Shell is staying. I mean, after all, we've hardly had a chance to get to know each other, have we?
All take it from me, Shell. You're not missing much.
Just drink your champagne.
Well, here's to you, Alan, and to, new beginnings.
Right. Well, that's me, folks. I'll leave you to it.
Hold on, we're coming.
No, finish your drink.
It's all right, we won't get under your feet.
Oh, bye.
Ain't you coming?
No, I'm going to finish off my champagne.
Why, it's flat like the atmosphere in here.
Well, I'll get another bottle.
Please yourself, but don't stay on his account. He's used to his own company by now.
Bye, Steph. Now, about this, this haircut. Do you think we could do it at my place a bit later?
Why not?
Thank you for helping out. It's much appreciated.
Don't be daft. It's the least I can do.
I wish Stephanie felt the same.
So what time did you get in then?
Oh, late, I think.
Well, I know that. I didn't get to bed myself till after 12. Stay in the pub, did you?
Shelley, a pot of tea for table 3, please, when you've got a moment.
On its way.
What you doing?
Helping your dad.
I don't believe you.
He's still not well, you know.
Not well. He'll outlive the pair of us. God, blimey, Shelley. You always were a soft touch.
Morning.
Morning.
Oh, your dad wouldn't chuck us out. He's far too nice.
You've got no idea, have you? My dad is money mad. Always was, always will be. It's the sort of nip a current into. Speak of the devil.
Could I have a word?
Can't it wait? Only we're busy trying to make a living, you know. Hard as it is in this miserable dump.
Good. As may I remind you, I still haven't been paid for the hairdressing equipment.
See what I mean? I tell you, money mad.
Anyway, I was just wondering if one of you could be around this afternoon.
After a favour, are you?
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Just a bit tired, that's all. Now, about this afternoon, I'm going to see a financial advisor in Houghton, just to see if I can clear up a few bits and pieces.
Well, you don't have to explain yourself to us. We're just the paying guests.
Or not, as the case may be.
Tight get.
Well, here's to a good morning's work.
So does that mean I get a pay rise?
Very nice. Ladies?
I don't get you. You've been banging on about Shelley all morning.
Well, nothing wrong in keeping your options open. Besides, I've had it with long term, Danny boy. I've been there, done that, and come out the other side. No, life is for living, not for settling down. Life is getting better by the minute.
Mine's a large gin and tonic, and bring us a menu.
You, you left this. You also left your phone. So, what are you doing this evening?
Nothing.
Only I think I could do with another trim.
Do you know, I think we could.
It's looking very cosy up here. You had a drink with Rodney. It's the fact you lied about it.
I didn't.
You weren't going to tell me, though, were you? Sneak! Well, it's the same thing in my book.
Yeah, well, perhaps I knew you'd be like this.
I don't think I'm jealous, because I certainly am not. I'm just surprised at you, that's all. I mean, having my cast-offs. Still, old habits die hard.
Can you give me a hand with this?
Can't you see I'm doing paperwork?
You want a hand?
Oh, if you wouldn't mind, I need to get this across to Betty's.
Well, can't Stephanie help?
No, Stephanie cannot. Anyway, the exercise would do her good. Amount of grub she's been shoveling down her throat.
Come on, let me help you.
We wouldn't have all this palaver if you'd let us do the hairdressing in here.
Come on. You shouldn't let her talk to you like that.
Oh, she didn't mean it. Anyway, I should be used to it by now. You all right with that?
Yeah, fine. Aren't you getting on all right together?
Oh, yeah. No, not really. She's annoyed because I had a drink with Rodney at his place.
Ah, I see.
It's not as if I'm treading on her toes. According to her, she can't stick him. He can't win with her.
Yes, quite.
You're right.
Yoo-hoo! Stick the kettle on, shall I?
Alan, are you right?
I just need to rest a minute.
Oh, you've got a very funny colour. You don't look well.
I don't feel it. Would you get Marlon for me?
I can't leave you like this.
No, I'll be fine, really. If you just get Marlon.
Right, OK.
How are you feeling?
I can't seem to get my breath.
All right, well, just try and take it easy, yeah?
It's gone a very funny colour.
It certainly has. The ambulance is on its way. How is he?
This is breathing.
Has he got any chest pains?
Says it feels tight, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't look too good, does it? It doesn't. My first husband went like that, you know. Chest pains.
Look, can everybody just back off? Sorry, back off. How are you feeling, sir? Any chest pain?
It's easing off now.
He did have an heart attack a couple of years ago.
Yeah, but this was nothing like that.
What's going on?
Steph, we're not sure.
He's got chest pains.
Why didn't you come and get me?
You asked for Marlon, I'm sorry.
There's no need for that. It might just be indigestion.
Anyway, I was clearing pots away and here's this thud. So I turns round, didn't I? And there he was, dead as a doornail, just like that. Oh. And him in his prime and all.
I don't care what you say, Alan. I'm coming with you. End of discussion.
No, I should be the one going with him. Well, I'm his daughter.
Well, who's going to look after the B&B?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Dad. Don't you think of nothing else?
Excuse me, miss, but this isn't helping your father. Now, who's going with him? Me.
Oh, please yourself.
They never did have an easy relationship. No.
Do you think he'll be all right?
He'll be fine.
Can I get you anything?
No.
You sure?
I said so, didn't I?
I'll ring the hospital in a short while.
What is it with you? You're always trying to muscle in. I mean, first it's Rodney, now it's me dad.
I'm just worried about him, that's all.
Yeah, well, don't be.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for his life insurance. Well, that's if he's got any.
Life insurance? That's a bit premature, isn't it?
All right, I'm having a snoop around. Well, can you blame me the way he's been lately? If anything does happen to him, well, I'm going to be the one that has to sort everything out, aren't I?
Any news on Alan?
Yeah, Marlon phoned. Said they're running a few checks.
Well, let's hope it's a false alarm, eh?
Yeah.
Funny, isn't it, how little things get you down and then, well, something like this happens and, well, suddenly puts it all into perspective.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, well, the trick is to enjoy yourself while you're here.
Says the wise one.
Why are you laughing? It's true, innit? You've got to go for it. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah, I intend to grow old disgracefully. If ever let me like that.
Which reminds me, who is going to be the lucky lady tonight?
Oh, I don't know. He gets the energy.
Yeah, all right, I'll hold.
Is that the hospital? How is he?
I don't know, do I? They got me on hold.
You look in a right state.
That's the understatement of the year, that is.
You know, I thought you were being a bit too calm earlier. You know what this is, don't you? This is delayed shock.
Delayed shock? It's a lot more than that, sweetheart. This is sheer panic.
What's happened?
What's happened? I'll tell you what's happened. I read his will. Guess what? I ain't in it. Miserable git. You know what that means, don't you? Well, if he cops it, I don't get a brass farthing. Not a bean. Well, I'm not being cut out of his will. If I have to go in there and resuscitate him myself. Now, where's that bleeding operator?
No wonder I'm still losing weight.
Yes, that and all the exercise you're getting.
Oh, I'm going to get stick over Rodney again. No, I was just wondering if you'd heard anything from your dad.
Oh, don't worry, he's still with us. He had flu, overexerted himself and collapsed, apparently. Same as you will if you keep rushing about.
You're not going to do anything daft over this will business?
And risk upsetting him? Oh, no, darling, I'm not that stupid. And seeing as how he obviously isn't dying yet, well, I can afford to take the subtle route.
You sure there hasn't been some sort of mistake? I mean, a page missing or something? Well, I was only trying to be constructive. Give him a chance. Be nice.
It's very difficult to be nice when you've been stabbed in the back by your own father. Even for me.
Look at this. Look, original site of Beckendale Priory, founded Kirk 1200 by Dindy van Hotten, second cousin of... Hello. Second cousin of Richard Lionheart.
Are you busy?
Yeah, could you hold that a second?
Yeah?
Amazing, in my own back garden. Shelley, you're looking radiant this morning.
Give over.
Oh, tea? Danny, would you fetch Shelley a cup, please? Youngsters these days, they've got no manners.
All right, Alan. I didn't realise you were coming home.
Just making room for somebody who needed it. Oh, thanks.
I spoke to Tricia last night. I thought I should tell her. She's ready for coming back.
I haven't reached that stage yet, fortunately. No, it's just a bit of overexertion post-flu, I'm happy to say.
She'd feel like a shot, you know.
Yeah, I think compassion has skipped a generation in this family. but tell her I'm fine, and if she wants to call.
I'd have picked you up if you'd said.
I didn't think I had to ask.
Well, I had a few things that needed doing.
Yeah, we all realise how busy you are.
Steph will take my bag, thank you.
You're all right. It's not heavy.
Don't say I never do anything for you.
I'm touched.
Oh, you know, you really ought to be more careful, Dad. I mean, what if something serious had happened? I bet you haven't even made a will, have you?
Well, I must admit an unwonted stay in hospital does give one cause for reflection.
Not that it bothers me. I mean, you should be spending your money. Oh, enjoying your golden years. But having said that, it is a good idea to get your affairs in order. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I have made a will, as it happens. Perhaps I ought to look at it and see if I can sort out one or two things.
Well,
how's it going?
Yeah, fab.
Listen, I'm going to ask Eric Pollard about a job at his factory.
I'm surrounded by traitors. There you are. You can't just go wandering about when you're poorly.
It's all right. He's being well looked after.
If you were going to make a fuss, it would have been better done yesterday.
I was coming to terms with the stress.
You were concerned about my will, and I've addressed that subject.
You've seen the solicitor?
I've spoken to Marlon. I want him to be my executor. Which brings me to a rather difficult admission, I'm afraid.
I should think so too. I mean, what were you thinking about before?
Before what?
Missing me out. I mean, how'd you make a mistake like that?
I was under the impression that we were discussing a will you knew nothing about.
Oh, I kind of read it by mistake. Now, you were talking to Marlon, you changed the will. Go on.
No, that's the whole point. I haven't changed the will. There will be a sum for you to cover expenses in the event of my death, and there's a bit left to your brother's children. But I'm leaving everything to Tricia and Marlon.
But I'm your daughter. You can't just cut me out.
Last time I gave you a lot of money, you just threw it away. And I haven't seen anything since that'll make me change my mind.
You weren't going to tell me, were you?
I have told you now.
You rotten, devious old miser. And you wonder why I can't stand you?
Don't think you can sweet-talk your way around me.
Can I get you on, Steph?
Don't even speak to me.
Do I have to remind you of the £5,000 insurance policy I cashed in on your behalf all that time ago? Disappeared almost overnight. Nothing much to show for it.
That was years ago.
And since then you have acquired a greater sense of financial responsibility.
I didn't realise you had such a mean streak.
And I have yet to remind you of your sorry excursions onto the wrong side of the law.
Oh, it's all coming out now, isn't it? I bet you've been looking forward to that, haven't you?
No. You've always expected life to be served up to you on a plate, and when it wasn't, you just took it. Well, not anymore, and not from me.
Is this some pathetic attempt to teach me a lesson?
You're over 50, and you still don't understand the value of money, or anything much else come to that.
You've never spoken to me like this before.
I was rather hoping I wouldn't have to. What do you think you're doing?
I am not staying here to be subject to this ignominy.
Don't be ridiculous. I'd wonder why you were being so over-dramatic if I wasn't so used to it.
You're a miserable git, and I don't want anything more to do with you.
No, I know you don't. But you do realise you're making my point for me, flouncing out like this? Every time you don't get what you want, off you go.
Well, I'm amazed you're not celebrating. Out of the will, out of the house. Oh, what a result!
Just put your bags away and come and sit down.
What, so you continue to stab me in the back? Your own child?
I don't know how many times I've said this since about 1960, but just grow up, will you?
What would be the point? You never treat me any different, no matter what I do.
Well, surprise me. You never know.
When I think of me worrying about you up there in that hospital.
Oh, is that what you've been doing? And where do you propose to go, might I ask?
As if you care. And I wouldn't tell you even if you did.
Where are you going?
I am in the process, Shelley, of never darkening this door again. Excuse me. I don't suppose anyone's going to help me in with this lot, are they?
Is that Steph already?
I didn't think she'd take this long.
I've had a rethink.
May I ask what's brought about this sudden change of heart?
You know damn well, so don't rub it in. I didn't exactly have anywhere else to go, did I?
Well, you're best off with us anyway.
Us? Oh, shut up, you two-faced cow. I didn't see you rushing to drag me back in earlier.
How long have I known you?
And you're wrong. You're always telling me how proud you are of my Tricia and that beanpole. Well, you're going to be proud of me for once.
Well, I thought that was the truth.
You don't think I can do it, do you? Well, I'll show you. Whatever it takes, I'll do it. I'm not going to leave here and let you ignore me like you've done all my life. And if you don't like it, well, tough.